Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachakodash, and double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And I'll say peace and blessings to those who elect hearing this word in sincerity and in truth. So just want to do a quick lesson that was in my spirit. I remember I was as I was on the plantation, I was driving, and I passed by a church and they had a sign up that said, prophecies of hope, which, Christians don't truly understand the gravity of the scriptures, man, but we do. So when I saw that, the spirit, just hit me to put something together, but Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to those that watch. All right, and yeah, man, prophecies of hope, things written aforetime, written for our learning, as I'm about to read, because as we get closer and closer, to the end of this current world, which is the rulership of Esau, Edom, it's going to get more distressing. It's going to get, it's going to get worse out here, man. People will get distressed, and, a lot of people out here don't have the hope that we have in Yahushua, man. These prophecies that we read about, these are things that are getting ready to happen, so we have a stable foundation, so to speak, like the scripture says in Isaiah 33:6. Wisdom and knowledge will be our stability in times of trouble. So a lot of people, most of these people, they don't have the true understanding of the scriptures, man. So of course they're gonna bug out, whenever times really get hard. Times is already hard right now with the inflation going on, but how much more with the hyperinflation? Much more when civil unrest happens. It's going to be so distressing, but we have the prophecies of hope, because on our end, we know that this doesn't last forever. It ends, it's going to end, someday, pretty soon. Okay. But this is Romans 15 and verse 4. It says, "For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope." You see? So the stories that we read in the scriptures that were written aforetime, they were written for our learning. They were written for us to read and understand that, these things are faithful and true. When we read about, the power that Yahweh Shem Yahushua gave to our forefathers, King David, Joshua, Moses, these different great men that the Lord was with, they exuded some great power through the Lord. And that same power, will be given to the men of the Lord today. And we have hope in these prophecies, man. These things, like the brothers be saying, are not just for us to read. We got to actually believe in these things, and how much more in the time where it's going to seem like it's going to seem like all hope is lost. And that's where the Lord shows his power. The Lord shows his power where it seems like there is no hope at all, man. Like when it seems like it's all over, that's when Yahweh Shem Yahushua shows, his great power. Just like in what he did with Pharaoh. He said, even for this same purpose have I raised Pharaoh, to show my power in thee. I'm going to go ahead and get that, Lord willing, because I think I just quoted it wrong. But nonetheless, Yahweh Shem Yahushua raised up Pharaoh to show his power. And likewise, he raised up the Edomites, Esau, to show his power within him, because the Lord is using Esau on the left-hand side, all right, to pretty much bring distress upon the earth. But that's going to show his power within this devil. Romans chapter 9 and verse 17, it says, "For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth." You see? So Yahweh Shem Yahushua, is getting ready to show his power, or through the taking down of the so-called white man Esau, Edom. And his name is going to be declared throughout all the earth, man. Every nation under heaven is going to know the name of Yahweh and Yahushua. All right. So next scripture I want to get to, because I did mention that, we have the true understanding of the scriptures. Therefore, we have the true hope that these people don't have. This is Joshua 1 and verse 9. It says, "Have I not commanded thee? Have not I commanded thee? Be strong and of a good courage. Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed. For the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, thy power is with thee whithersoever thou goest." So as like the scripture says, for we walk by faith and not by sight. You know, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to be with us, man. You know, just like in the wilderness, you know, when we're, you know, that angel, which if you can receive it, was Yahushua, you know, was, was in that chariot, you know, fire by night, you know, and a cloud by day, you know, which was pretty much, you know, keeping the children of Israel, you know, covered, safe, man. You know, and likewise, you know, the Lord is only dealing with his elect now, and that same angel, which is Yahweh Shai, is going to look over his elect in these times, man. You see, and we got to have hope in these prophecies. We got to have hope in these things. Okay? Let's go to Sirach, the 2nd chapter, or known as Ecclesiasticus. You know, depending on which translation you got, it's going to say Sirach or Ecclesiasticus in it. But this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 2 and verse 6. Believe in him, and the whole chapter is great, you know, but I just want to get to the point. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest you fall. And we're heading into a time to where the only because the Esau Edom is getting ready to bring that CHIP, you know, and the only way to live in this world is if you take it, man. But the scriptures gives us hope that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to be with his elect, man. See, and that's why we always pray and hope that we're part of the elect, man, because we know the great things that are coming for the Lord's elect, you know. Because Esau Edom mandating that CHIP, you know, is not the only answer to live. You got to understand that a lot of our forefathers, a lot of our ancestors, they really live through the Lord taking care of them. You know, during the time of the famine with Elijah, what did the Lord do? He commanded the ravens to feed Elijah. Okay? During the time in the wilderness, you know, Yahweh Shem Yahushua took care of the Israelites, you know. None of their clothes, you know, got small. Their shoes did not, you know, get old. No, why? Because the Lord took care of them, you know. So it says, verse 8, ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail, you know, which is ultimately salvation. In our time now, you know, we got to believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because that reward is going to be salvation and ultimately those crowns, the new bodies, you know, altogether. Yahweh Shai is going to deliver us, Lord willing, out of, you know, that destruction. That's why Yahweh Shai say, he that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved. Okay? Verse 9 says, ye that fear the Lord, hope for good, and for everlasting joy and mercy. Look at the generations of old, and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? You know? So, the Lord despised no one that called upon his name in truth and sincerity. You know, Daniel in the lion's den, the Lord delivered him out of that. You know, the three holy children, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, you know, they were thrown in the furnace, you know, and the Lord delivered them out of that. All right. So how much more in a time like never before getting ready to happen? You know, the Lord is going to allow, you know, certain brothers, you know, and sisters to be put in situations, you know, just so that he can show his power through that salvation. So that's why, once again, this is prophecies of hope. You know, that same faith and hope that our forefathers, exerted, if that's the word for it. You know, we're going to have to do the same thing, Lord willing, you know. And Lord willing, we are those ones coming back in this time. You know, we're going to have to show that same hope, you know, and pretty much, you know, wait on that mercy. Because, you know, it's not like brothers are saying it's going to be easy, man. It's going to be hard. But the thing is that we got to trust and believe that the Lord's going to deliver us out of these hard times. Okay. This is Isaiah chapter 65 and verse 8. It says, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, as the new wine is found in the cluster, and one saith, destroy it not, for a blessing is in it, so will I do for my servant's sake, that I may not destroy them all. You know, and this is dealing with the nation of Israel, you know, and because pretty much Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you know, he could have destroyed the whole nation, but he left a remnant, you know. He left that elect and to have mercy on, and through that elect, that remnant, you know, the rest of our people will receive that mercy also. Because, 2/3 are going to die on this side, but they will come back through the elect, you know, and through that, through that process, okay, the whole nation of Israel, will be made right again. Okay. Verse 9 says, and I will bring forth a seed out of Jacob, right, the elect, and out of Judah an inheritor of my mountains, and mine elect shall inherit it, and my servants shall dwell there. Okay? Because the elect is going to be the first fruits of the kingdom. See, this is the hope that we have. See, Esau, Edom like to make it seem like the whole earth is going to die, the whole earth, there's no hope at all. That's why the scripture says to never trust thine enemy, man, because if you trust the enemy, you'll never have hope. Of course, Esau, Edom is the devil. He's going to always make it seem like, there's no hope, because he wants you to be in that mindset of fear. He wants you to be in that mindset of, what do we do now? And ultimately to run to him for salvation. Okay? This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 20. It says, so I considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of devices that were come into it. And I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster, and a plant of a great people. This brings to mind during the time of Noah. So I can put this do not disturb. During the time of Noah, how the Lord saw how wickedness was great, and how he would destroy man off the face of the earth. But then it says how Noah found grace in the sight of the Lord. So therefore the Lord, saved Noah and his family out of the flood, man, from the flood. So Noah was the elect of his time. So likewise, the Lord is seeing the same thing. He sees the peril. So like he sees the wickedness of this world, man. All right. But guess what? Just like he did in the time of Noah, the first death, the same thing is going to happen during the second death. He sees his elect. Verse 21 says, and I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster, and a plant of a great people. Pretty much what I just read in Isaiah. Ezra is saying the same thing. That grape of the cluster is talking about the elect. The elect of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, is that precious in his sight. Verse 22, let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept in my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect. Because Yahweh Shem Yahushai is perfecting his elect through the trials and tribulations that they go through, and at the end of the road, they're going to come out perfected. Going back to Sirach, the 12th chapter, it tells you, right, the second chapter, Salakia, it says, Sirach 2 and verse 5, it says, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So the Lord likens his men to gold tried in the fire. Because when you burn gold, when you melt gold, Salakia, you're removing the impurities out of it. So likewise, the Lord is pretty much putting his men through that fire to remove the impurities, man. And then when it's all said and done, those men, would be likened unto pure gold, of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, So going back to the point of the lesson, prophecies of hope, is what we have to secure us in these days, in these times. And that word secure means to help. There's a scripture in Hebrew where it says that, right? To secure. Right here, Hebrews 2 and 18. Matter of fact, 17, I'm going to start there. Wherefore in all things it behoved him to be made like unto his brethren. It's talking about Yahushua, because Yahushua, was pretty much, he came from the heavens into a fleshly body. That's what it means, being made like unto his brethren. A body of this flesh. So he knows what it's like, to be in these bodies, because he went through it. He's felt the pain of being in, this flesh, the temptations, that he might be a merciful and faithful high priest in things pertaining to the Most High, to make reconciliation for the sins of the people. You see, so Yahushua is our high priest in the heavens. He's the one that maketh intercession for us to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Because once again, he came in the flesh. He knows what it's like to be tempted. He knows the pain it feels. He knows what the pain, that this body comes with. He suffered in the flesh. Verse 18 says, for in that he himself that have suffered being tempted, he is able to secure them that are tempted. That word secure means to aid, to help. So likewise, Yahushua is going to aid us, in these times of temptation, the hour of temptation, you see. And that's why the Lord said right here in the book of Revelation, the 3rd chapter, Revelation 3 and verse 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. You see, like it said, therefore being tempted, he's able to secure us that are tempted, because how it's like to be tempted. So therefore, Lord willing, we continue to the end, Lord willing, we keep going on, continuing. All right, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is going to secure us in the time of that temptation. When that charagma is mandatory. It says, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Because this is going to be a global thing. Esau Edom is looking to chip the whole world. I just said the word, but it is what it is. All right. And the majority of these people they're going to take it because they have no hope in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. In their eyes, this place is going to continue. This society, this kingdom is going to continue another 100 years. So, I don't want to die. In our eyes, this place only got 5 years max, man. Because Esau Edom is falling. Yahushua said, I see Satan falling as lightning. So Esau is out of here, man. This is why he's going to come down with great wrath, because he know that he have but a short time left. Okay? So fear not, when these things come, we have that hope. Prophecies of hope. Remember, when you hear prophecies, when you hear hope, just think about the times of our forefathers. What did they do when they were put in a difficult situation? Who did they call on? They called on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And Lord willing, we do the same in the time of our trouble. All right, so Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rachakodash, and double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect out there hearing this word in sincerity and in truth. Until next time, I say shalom.